All right, we're going on to the next thing. Cody versus Lance stuff. Great little video vignettes. They're taking advantage of all the things, all the vignettes of the thing that Lance Archer did where he threw out all those indie guys in that first. That was the first thing where you realized where Lance Archer beat up all those guys in that like sort of makeshift ring that was outside while Jake Roberts rocked in the fucking chair. That's when you realized that AEW understood what to do during this whole CV thing more than the WWE. That and having people on the outside. But they even had people on the outside of that little vignette with Lance Archer, and you realized the energy that it gave and the noise that it gave and how great it was. And then they pushed WWE into a corner where WWE felt like they couldn't do it, which is really stupid. They should just copy it and do it because it's better. Why not? Right? But you realize that AEW has really been on top of this stuff. And now we're going to have Jake versus Arn, which they're treating like a big deal. And they have a table between the two guys. And I think it's really, 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 really smart. But they tease it, right? Jake and Arn are going to do this thing. And then they have this really artsy promo with Darby Allin, and he's burning this, and everybody sitting at the poker table with him has got a mask on of one of the baby faces. It's fascinating and it's interesting, and it creates a sense of, here's an interesting word, mystery around Darby Allin, which is part of the cool. And then you have a Pac promo, which seemingly comes out of nowhere, for the benefit of Fenix, which I think is awesome. Right? And then we're going to go into the match. Orange Cassidy and Fenix. The work here is really top notch. They pick the right spots to make interesting. Like the sliding drop kick into Orange Cassidy where he hits the roaming camera on the outside was amazing. And I remember thinking, oh, I wish we got a replay of that from a double angle. And guess what? We got a replay of that from a different angle. A weird thing here where JR at one point, when one of them hits a DDT, and JR basically goes like, oh, I guess you can't win with a DDT. Jake Roberts could, but these guys can't. What a weird fucking call. And then JR kind of did a variation of it later in the match. What the hell? I know JR just can't help himself, I guess, but I just don't understand the point of pointing out the physics of this world and basically like going, that's stupid that DDT's not a finisher. When we've seen cutter after cutter, super kick after super kick, and a million other things. I just thought that was terrible. Really terrible. By the way, the Jake Roberts and Arn promo, really great. It felt at times choppy, but I think that worked to its benefit. I know I'm jumping around just a little bit, but I really loved it. It's what I wanted, which was Jake cuts this really great promo to open. Arn kept him on track. Jake wanted to turn it into a Jake versus Arn thing at one point, and Arn did a really good job. Somebody else pointed this out to me, of getting it back on the business of, we're here to talk about freaking Archer and Rhodes. And then we can address stuff betwixt me and you. And then, Jake flips the table and the referees have to separate these two guys. And it was phenomenal. I just loved it. Anyway, so the end of this match happens. And boy. Fenix wins, which is the right choice. Orange Cassidy is one of these guys. You've heard of guys that don't need the title to be over. Orange Cassidy doesn't need a win to be over. And they're using him in the right way. And then a brawl comes out with all the people who are going to be involved in that ladder match. And then a very scary spot where Fenix goes to the top rope, twists, hits this thing, does this flying thing, basically goes straight up, straight down, hits the floor. Really, really scary. I hope he's okay. And this was another situation where we saw like low blows and cutters happening for finishes and all this other stuff. So they're going to have to sort that out as far as ring work and things like that, and who's using what finisher. But I think it's safe to say that cutters are off the table, DDTs are off the table, and super kicks are off the table for a finisher. Yeah.